For over 2 decades, he's been blessing us with music that moves the soul. He's the senior pastor of the I Am Church, a devoted husband, and a proud father. Family, stay tuned. Pastor David D.
Yes.
Bungane.
Bungane, Mr. Favor himself. Thank you
sir?
so much. Thank you. I'm very happy. Thank you for having me. It's exciting that we're finally meeting.
Yeah.
We always meet and then share information.
Yeah,
I look forward to this time.
Yeah. Well, same here. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a while. But you're doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This particular platform is doing well.
Yeah.
When I see interviews, I see the man is.
Yeah. Actually,
I had to prepare myself.
I'm glad you watch my podcast.
No, I do. I definitely do. You're doing very well, and it's the right time. It's a good space, and we get to hear some of the people that you interview. We didn't know certain things, about them, and when you ask them, we get to, now I understand.
Yeah, because we're trying to get into your journey. We're trying to connect the people with what God has been doing over your life, over the years and stuff like that.
No, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a good vision. And then, I pray that even this podcast will go viral also. Yeah.
Well, we hardly ever have pastors. And so I'm glad it's going to be a special one. We go back a long way.
Yeah, my goodness. Don't open the files.
We go back a long way. 20 years plus.
Yeah.
And I know who you are. I know what you do. I know what you have done. I know what you're still doing in the kingdom.
Yeah.
There's just probably a few people who may not know who you are, and maybe take us through who is Pastor David D.
Oh yes, so I do 3 things basically. I sing, which I write songs.
Yes.
I write books, which gives me now the opportunity to actually be a speaker. Then I lead the church. So our church has been running for over 10 years now.
No way.
So I've been a pastor for the same group of people for 10 years, and we've got about 7 pastors. Tons of trainee pastors, more deacons, because we've got a Bible college at our church. So that's what I do. 3 things, simple things. I sing, I speak, I write.
And we're going to unbundle all that because I want people to actually understand what you do. Well, as much as I understand what you do. But where did it all start? Where did you come from? We met in Pretoria many years ago.
Yeah.
And
so I moved here in 99. I moved here in 99.
Yeah.
So we probably have met early 20s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Because that's where we started a boy band, Real Joy. And that's where we started singing. We had our own Boys to Men sounding gospel band back in the days. In fact, our first show at State Theatre, Pretoria State Theatre, was in 2000. We actually filled up opera.
I was part of that show. I came with the other band.
Okay. You're one of the opening acts.
No, man. I think we were headlining alongside.
Just kidding. But that was back in the days where gospel music was still only traditional. There was nothing called contemporary.
Yeah.
I don't want to claim that we pioneered contemporary gospel music, but
claim away, brother. Claim away.
You know that jackets and boots and tight jeans, where they came from, leather pants. I'm still wearing the same.
The all white band.
The all white, wearing all white, like in terms of bringing color, because gospel music was known for suits, shiny suits. And then
pointy shoes.
Pointy shoes.
Yeah.
We all wanted to look like preachers, which is okay.
Yeah.
But we started back then. So I started in terms of being part of a boy band. Then I wrote songs.
Yeah.
Then I realized that, okay, writing songs, it works. Bantu bakithi ake nibheke nisikhathi siyaphela. That song was written early 2000.
Wow.
And then, of course, I had the privilege to do it with the late Mpho Regalo, a brilliant artist, brilliant singer, a great soul, a wonderful minister. And I remember going through rehearsals with him. He is full of energy, man, but golden voice.
Oh.
Golden voice. Man. So I got to sing that song with him, but it was written way earlier because I sang with that song with him in 2013.
Yes, at the University
of Pretoria. Yeah. But that song was written probably 10 years before that.
Wow.
And then, so I started writing songs, and I realized it's good to write songs. Songs is like 5 minutes. You get an applause after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I wrote my first book in 2013.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have a laptop, so when I wrote a book, I wrote it on a phone. I had a BlackBerry, you remember BBM? So I wrote it on a phone, and the book was my first book, Praise and Worship. It's called Music.
And I want us to talk more about your love for praise and worship. I mean, it will take a whole lot of insight and the love you have for praise and worship, as opposed to just being a singer and an entertainer.
Yeah.
But I want to take you back to Real Joy, the band, the boy band.
Oh yeah,
the Boys II Men. How did you guys meet?
So we met at Tower of Grace under Bishop Solila Lamani.
Yes, Bishop.
Great
Lamani.
Bishop. He opened a platform for many artists.
Wow.
Most artists. Well, I knew most of the people, especially who speak Venda. Some of the artists who speak Venda. We met at Tower of Grace back then, Schubert Park. They would give us an opportunity to perform. There would be music, there would be choirs, there would be drama, there would be dance, and he would just preach for like 30 minutes. He really opened up his church.
Yeah.
And that's where the love of music came from. Because I came from KZN. Well, even in KZN, I was singing. I mean, in the township or rural areas, there's always a community choir.
Yeah.
So my dad is a pastor at the African Gospel Church.
Yeah.
It's like your Assembly's Faith Mission.
Yes.
So they change every 2-3 years to stay in different mission houses.
Oh.
So I'm originally from Umlazi, which is Durban, KZN.
Yes.
And then, but my dad moved around.
Okay.
Then we had to move around with him. But I started singing in one of the places in a community, in a choir. Then my love for music, but not just 2 people, 3, like choir, started back then. So when I got to Pretoria in 99, that's where I discovered Tower of Grace.
Yes.
And there was a choir. I was like, whoa. And they said, no, beyond the choir, you can actually have your band.
Yeah.
You used to submit a small paper, special item.
Oh, yes. Solo by brother.
Don't listen to the voice, listen to the message. So we started like that, but we didn't have a name. So they asked, what do we call you? Then we started by Joy. And we realized now it's like short.
Okay.
And then Real came on top of Joy. Then it became Real Joy.
Wow.
But it came for doing an item at church. We were not starting a band to record.
Yeah.
Then we started, then people loved it. I think it was Keith who was singing bass who got us to trend back then. Wow. There was not TikTok or Facebook then.
No.
We would have been quite a big band if there was social media.
And the fact that we didn't have all those social platforms.
Yeah.
And we still had
people
like you guys trending and coming to the shows. I mean, it's so amazing how we did it back then.
Yeah. So that's where the love of music came from. But I fell in love with praise and worship. So there was a time in life where I had to choose: do I want to do secular music? Because I like writing Afro. So I realized when you write songs, you're not going to write like Itilong or just the feeler.
Yeah.
You will write something based on your experience, creativity. But then there was that thing, okay, if you do songs like this, Kimto Lilongo Wam Wati Dintliziyo Yam. Sounds like a nice Afro jazz song. Why do you want to put it at church? So I had a challenge in the beginning. In fact, somebody had advised me, stop singing gospel. You could give your Ringo Matlingos the run of their money. You can be in that space. But I was just a church boy all my life. And I was scared of going out there
I'm glad you didn't listen to that person, though.
Yeah.
And I have many reasons why I'm saying that. But then, now you feel the need
Yeah.
to teach worshippers,
Praise and worship teams.
praise and worship teams about this whole craft, not the business,
Yeah.
but worship and how
And
and
art.
posture and the art and everything. How did that come about?
So it's a good question. I think it came about when we traveled to different churches.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted something a few weeks ago. I said, when a church says, "Come use our band,"
Yeah,
they got you.
yeah.
Just know that 99% it will be a disaster. So I've traveled to many churches. I probably have sang to over 500 churches. I mean, I've sang to so many churches because either it's conferences, either we are marketing. Like when I did one of the shows, season 4 in Delmas,
Yeah.
I went to over 30 churches.
Sure.
Just in Delmas alone. In one place, I'm not talking about other place where I've been.
Yeah.
In one place to market a show that we're doing, literally we'll do 3-4 churches per Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there's something on Friday, I'll go on Friday. So I'll drive Pretoria to Delmas. So I've been to so many churches, and I realized that the issue there is they have no skill, number one, so they watch TV. So everything they see on TV, they want to try to duplicate it.
Yes.
But they don't know the hours. I mean, if you look at big choirs and the big brands that are there, they have hours. In fact, they don't go to work.
Yeah.
They go to rehearsal.
Yeah.
Now at church,
That's their work.
that's their work.
Yeah.
Now at church, you've got to aunties, goes to work, and then later on tries to come to a rehearsal for an hour, try to crack a soprano. That those guys, they actually, that's what they do. They practice. Then I realized that we need to talk about why we're singing. Mm-hmm. Number one, why do you need a praise and worship at church? And then we discuss those things. And then how to improve your skill. Mm-hmm. Of course, get to a level of skillfully sing a new song, how to write songs. Yeah. So those are few burdens that I had that I wanted to bring in a church. Yeah. That's why I started praise and worship workshops. That's why I've got a book, Music Ministry, How to Build a Strong Team, because every church is struggling. And the funny thing is that you can get it right this year. Those people who are singing well, they would likely to get jobs, go to university, get married and move to another church, back to square one. So a church needs to constantly producing good singers. So every year you need to, who is new, put them in. Have a recruitment, have a training strategy.
Yeah. That's why if you come to the church where I serve, and you are a brother from somewhere, say I am church,
and you're joining,
and you're trying to marry one of the sopranos and
the
altos,
whatever,
I recruit you in. You're not going back to your church. No, I'm just joking.
Another pastor told me that it's written in a word that the woman must join a men's church. I said, for this, let me just tell you, there's no verse that says that they choose to go wherever they want. You can't manipulate.
Actually, the scripture, if I'm not mistaken, thank God I'm not a pastor, so nobody can attack. The scripture talks about a man leaving his mom and dad to cleave to his wife.
Yeah.
It doesn't really talk about
churches.
The other thing is just Africanism. It's
churches is our choice. It's like work.
Yeah.
I mean, if you marry somebody from Durban, of course we assume that you guys are going to stay together. Mm-hmm. So you find that what if a woman has a high-paying job, and the man has a contract, low-paying job? Yeah. I mean, is a woman going to quit a permanent job to say, I must go, so I'm taking his surname, let's go and be in this contract, low-paying job? No. Yeah. The man will gladly quit his job and join him.
Well, I'd rather be a house husband, stay-at-home dad,
or do business, rather than to take your family and suffer. So there's no verse that says which church to join. Mm-hmm. So the issue of people getting married, my goodness, they get married in our church. I think we're in a space where everyone is growing. Yeah. So, and then those meetings where we say, from this we've decided we're leaving. Yeah. Man, it brings tears, man.
Maybe write another book. Brother, stay in your church, find a woman in your church and marry in your church.
No, but you guys don't want to date at church. And And also when you date at church, it becomes awkward.
Yeah.
If you're dating a sopranist and it doesn't work, now you need to look for an alto. So now there's a division between soprano and altos.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think, but it's to understand why we're doing what we're doing. Maybe why are we singing? What is a ministry for? Because I asked somebody, do you know what is a ministry for?
Yeah.
And then they kind of like, just to prepare the preacher to preach.
Yeah.
I said, no, I mean, we can literally have a discussion before the preacher.
Yeah.
We can just have a prayer before the preacher.
Yeah.
Why do we sing?
Yeah.
Why do we usher? There's no scripture in the Bible, for ushers. Did you know that? There is no look for ushers. They must wear black and white. Look for singers. No, we see them in the temple singing, but there is no direct instruction that you shall have a good worship team to have a fast-growing church. That's not true. So we need these things for ourselves, not for God. God is not moved by his songs. I mean, he's got angels that are singing. I guess they do far better than us. So praise and worship is for us at church.
Yeah.
We need to, if the strings are playing, I'm feeling. No, you're not just feeling the strings. It's not a move of God.
It's just an emotion.
Just an emotion. But it's good. We want it.
Yeah.
It's for us now. It's not for the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if we understand we do ministry because we love God.
Yeah.
Jesus says to Peter, do you love me? And then now he then gives him an instruction. If you love me, then feed my flock. So because he's talking to a preacher, so he says, then you better preach, boy. If he was talking to a singer, do you love me? You better sing.
You better sing. Okay,
I think we do ministry because of love. You love God so much that you want to give him your talent. You love God so much you want to drum.
Yeah.
That's why the issue of payments, it becomes a sore issue.
Yeah.
Which I believe that people should be paid. But I think you should maybe mostly focus on payment outside your church. Yeah. At your church, you better just express your love. But that's my interpretation of this. Yeah.
Wow. So you've been married a long time, just like myself. So I understand the dynamics of being married and having to focus, on similar goals, and some goals are clashing, and you're the head of the house, you have a vision, and the madam here is not maybe seeing the vision as you put it or display to the family.
Yeah.
Now I am church. You want to start a church. God has called you.
Yeah.
How did that? Actually, maybe how did the madam take it?
I get it. It's a very good question, and I think most pastors, this is the mistake where we make in the beginning, where we want to co-lead. Okay. We want to co-pastor the church. Okay. So in writing, in words, we say co-pastor or co-founder, but there's no such. In terms of in a car, the car doesn't have two steering wheels, because if it has, then it will come to a point where one makes an opposite decision to go to an opposite direction, then the car will just be stuck.
Yeah.
There's one steering wheel.
Yeah.
And there's one who helps to observe the blind spot.
Yeah, the navigator.
Yes. But the one who's actually supposed to turn the steering wheel is the one who has the authority at that time.
Yeah.
So when we started a church, of course, I didn't want to start a church for obvious reason. My grandfather was a pastor. My father is a pastor. And I saw how they struggled. Those gentlemen, they struggled. And I said, no way. I don't want to be a pastor.
Yeah.
So, but when the calling came, I then fought. But in 2013, I kind of gave in. Remember, I was already a youth pastor at a church where I was serving.
Yeah.
I was ordained a youth pastor in 2008.
Oh, yes. It's Sunnyside, right?
Yeah, it's Sunnyside. Yeah. And then my wife was also ordained as a pastor. She was leading intercession. So in 2013, now we're battling with starting a church. Because all along we had a ministry, just the worship nights and some kind of crusade, but singing. That's all we had. But now it was time to go plant a church. And then we were planning to go plant in Durban, go back home and plant there. And then somehow we ended up planting in Pretoria. But the decision, she was ready to go for church.
Yeah.
She was ready to do church. And then I was not ready. So we just had to, she had to pray for me and agree. She said, look, I'm standing with you.
Yeah.
You are the head. I'm supporting you.
Yeah.
At home, you are the head. I'm supporting you. But she has a ministry where she's the head. See, the thing about women that should understand, your ministry, your business, it's your thing. You are the CEO, you are the head, and your husband, he gets to support you.
Yeah.
So I support a ministry. She decides when and how and what's happening, who's a guest speaker. I sit there and say, Pagama, husband, full jacket. So women don't have to fight for family leadership or for church leadership. But there are places where a woman is actually a leader. And a man is a supporter, like preachers like Joyce Meyer. You see, she's the preacher, leader of the church, and the husband is gladly supporting. But it's just to understand those dynamics that if your wife has a business, it's not your business; it's hers. You can be a manager, you can work there, but remember just to follow the rules and support. Yeah.
Wow. So it was a smooth transition from.
Well, I would say smooth now, but back then we had to. Used wording right. Who is a leader of the church? Who is a supporting leader of the church? Who makes a final decision? And to make a decision, it doesn't mean I'm wiser. No, there are guys who actually run our church. I just get to see that we're still focusing in the right direction. So, but we just celebrated 21 years in marriage. We keep working on those. Remember, I'm the leader. Without necessarily using those words, but there are ways. We had a discussion once about women's conference. Then, where my wife probably felt like she should be deciding because it's women. I said, wait. So if it's teenagers should decide. If it's kids ministry, then kids should decide. I said, no, it defeats the purpose. I am the overall visionary. So I must think what's going to happen for kids. That's for teenagers, for youth, including women. I said, you can't say I have a business program at church and then I let business people decide. They can choose maybe a speaker, but they can bring a speaker to me. Because what if I don't...
You vet the
speaker. What if I disagree with the speaker? No matter how rich he is, it will not happen in this church. So I think we had to realign, but that's like 20 years later in marriage. So we talk about, no, even if it's women, it's not your ministry. This is the church. But your ministry, get the speaker you like. And I'll kind of support.
So those are the dynamics of ministry and marriage.
I think it's a tough talk, right? For me to say this, if another couple is listening, you're thinking, man, there will be a fight yes, there's a chance that there will be a fight. But it's rather to fight a battle like this, win it, so that you don't have to keep doing the same mistake. I've seen churches where you ask yourself, how did they do this? Who made this decision? And the man says, and you're thinking, like, how?
Who's the leader?
Like you have probably a singer who's singing there. We know the singer is a drunkard. The singer is living a hell life. And we ask a preacher, how did you get this singer in your pulpit? My wife likes this singer. Then it means the man is not doing his job. Because you can't keep saying it's the woman you gave me. Adam said that, it's a woman you gave me. Take responsibility. You are the visionary. If you are leading a church, everything, it's you. If you're a president and then there's corruption, let's not get into it.
You need to fire and hire.
You need to fire and hire. You can't say, somebody else.
But then how do you, as a pastor, because it's a huge responsibility. As a pastor, how do you manage issues of time for your family and children, wife and kids?
It's a very good question. So it's a very good question. So Mondays is an off day for us. Like literally, it's off. I intentionally don't leave the house. So, I spend time in the house. If we have to take a leave, my wife has to take a leave. Monday is a good day because that's where we get to be in the house. We have what we call home church. So if you grew up in a Christian home, it's where we pray together. Sometimes we call it a home cell. We don't invite friends. We don't invite people. It's us. And usually it's our kids who share. Then they tell us their revelation. We kind of follow a lesson in one of the books. But we then get to talk about what is your desire for this week? What is your prayer point? What do you want us to stand with you on? So it helped us to build Christianity in the house. So my kids are like leaders even in their own field. I've got a 13-year-old, 21-year-old, 20-year-old, and all these ones, they are leaders in their own space.
Yeah.
But it happened by having a church at home. So they don't see a preacher in a pulpit.
Yeah.
They literally see a father who's a Christian at home.
Yeah.
So that is a rest time. Unfortunately, it's only Monday. Other days I'm in a road. Other days I'm in a road. And we travel a lot.
But if I were to
country.
push back a little bit,
Yeah.
a little more, and say, what is normal life? I understand home church. I understand us bringing church to this small group of people, which is the wife and kids. But what is normal life to you? What is you relating with your kids
With
when
the kids.
they need?
Oh, we've got family vacations.
Okay.
If you follow us on social media, you'll see that I like to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
And another person was saying, "Why do you capture?" I said, "Remember, I still have a brand or a name, so which means I have some kind of influence.
Yeah.
If I don't use my influence positively, then we'll always see drinking pastors, breaking up, cheating people.
Yes,
You need to see a pastor who's 21 years happily with the kids. So we've got vacation for family.
Mm-hmm.
We never miss that.
Yeah.
We go. So we ask, where do you want to go this year? They tell us. Then we sort of work budget for it. When you go, so we are 5. I mean, 3 kids and my wife. So for 5 people to fly, to travel, hotels and games, it costs a lot of money. But we do that. I think that has kept us to be close. And when I say home church, literally it's a 30-minute. But that 30-minute, it builds their life.
Yeah, it's a serious bonding session.
It's a serious bonding session. And then we watch movies together.
Yes, okay.
But at home, so we've got a very close relationship. My kids get to come in my room without knocking. Mm-hmm. So that's probably a subject for another day.
Mm-hmm.
They just...
We need to lock that room.
They just... the key's always lost. Like, there's a sabotage. I mean, my 20-year-old just can come in, and then while we're like there at home, just resting, at least in my room we've got chairs also we can sit. But she can come in and just lie there in a bed, just chatting with mom or asking me a question. Before I got in here, I was responding. She was asking me a difference between a career and ministry. I guess she's writing something, or she's teaching some. She's also one of the teachers in our school, teaching teenagers, by the way. So at our Bible college, our teenagers, they are being taught. So she was asking this, so I was just responding. If I'm at home, she'll probably pop in my room or in the office and say, yeah, what's happening? Let's talk about this.
Wow.
Yeah. So we keep
So they've got
friendship.
access to you.
We've got access.
Yeah.
My daughter literally will come and poke me. Even if we're in public, will come and figgle my ear or something.
Yeah.
And then, so we've got that type of friendship. Yeah. But of course, I still have authority as a father.
Yes.
But by all means, I'm not... So I talk with my kids. I try. My dad was doing a lot of corporate punishment. I saw a lot with my brothers.
Yeah.
I never got a lot of hiding because I was a middle child. I was always the middle one who was missing in action. But the older ones, they used to get. And I made a decision that I will not use a lot of corporate punishment. But the Bible says, don't spare the rod. So there is a stage where you need to put a belt. But I think discuss the belt before it happens. Mm-hmm. So that when it happens, one knows that...
So it can serve a purpose, because now you beat me, I don't even know why am I being attacked.
So you tell us again, tomorrow, if you do this thing again, or within this week, if you do this thing again, the belt is coming. So when a person does it again, you said, but okay, we spoke about it. You got it. Yeah.
So I mean, 10 years in ministry for the I Am Church.
Yes.
Look, probably a lot of people will know you for that side of your life, that part of your life where you are a pastor leading a flock.
Yeah.
But you're a recording artist with multiple albums and stuff like that.
Yes.
Where do you, how do you actually balance that? Because you run a Bible college, and we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But how do you really balance your music career, which is booming on the side, and the church?
Wow, it's a difficult one. I don't know how. It's very... In fact, music had to take a back seat. So my last full album was 2017. That's what people don't notice. 2019. 2017 was a rooftop album. Season 3. Season 4 was 2019. I have not recorded an album since then.
Wow.
So what you see, it's singles. In fact, we've got a new single coming up this year. So singles, they sort of keep you. But we used to sell CDs and DVDs back
yes,
then.
yes.
So you needed an album.
Yes.
I mean, you needed to put a chorus on track 8 or something.
Yeah.
Put your album. You couldn't have an album of 6 songs.
No.
But now it makes sense to have an EP of 4 songs.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it makes sense to have a single.
Yeah.
Because people, they kind of like, back then we used to, when I'm driving maybe to Polokwane, I wanna hear the whole 15 track.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna just hear from track 1, intros, outros, interludes. But I don't think people listen to music like that. They've got what they call now playlist.
Yeah.
So they just take your track 8 and that's it. So imagine you've got a 15 track album. So I've struggled to keep the music.
Yeah.
So I had to say no to invites. Hence I said, you go there, I said, your songs, it's easy, come. And I get there, I find a reggae, my song has been converted into a reggae. And then I said, either let me cut it down, focus at church. By the way, but music is the only way I pay my bills. Because I mean, and books, but mostly it's music. It's always interesting when I get to be called to speak and then I get a good check. That's also another field. But I've been, really, music has been my work. So I do it when I have to sort of pay the bills. But it's easy for me to say, thank you, I'm not available. Okay. Yeah, it's easy to say I've got prayer at church that day. Yeah, I could tell that, that $5,000 is not worth it.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
the flock, the flock is worth, you giving up
some little cash, yeah.
Wow.
Because I mean, $5,000, you can take your kids out. You can we can do like a day vacation.
It can answer a few questions in the house.
Definitely. Not that we don't need it, but I'm just making a point is that I prioritize. But you then have to sort of see how you pay your bills. But now the interesting thing is that our music team has grown. They've got the culture. So we will probably next year you should see more of our music team recording, so I can write songs for them. They can feature me, instead of me featuring them. Those are young people who can write, who can sing, who are gifted. So I'm interested in that. I think that will be the future of David as an artist. So I'll be more producing and feature. I do a lot of feature. I just did one with PDP now. I'm doing a feature next week in Swaziland. At least July. So I do a lot of features. I'm open now. Before I was very closed. Because I would say, who are they? And all that. But now the Lord just say, humble yourself. Even if it's a first person's album, rather bring your experience. Bring your producers, call your Joseph McCallers, try to help a person and say, look, get a real budget. Rather, instead of doing 15 songs, do 5 songs, do the best, get the best, engineers and that thing. So I think I'm in that path now. So if you are listening and you want to feature me, I'm available.
Yeah, he is.
But I write my song and I publish my song. So it's not easy for me to sing somebody's song, then doesn't make financial sense because I need to have the royalties after that. So I write, I publish, and then I keep my work.
I think the next time you come here, we should talk about the music business. I've been wishing to talk to somebody about the business of music, because you need to make it make sense to somebody. When you say royalties, what are royalties? And also, the church people, our fellow church people who doesn't understand, thinking, hey, now they're trying to enrich themselves.
And we are. It's all.
No, I wanted to be diplomatic. You just removed the whole filter. Okay. But we'll set up. Me and Pastor D will talk about the business of music.
We have to.
And
we'll spill all the secret and who's been eating your money. just on that, one artist, he was very happy. He said, "Oh, my music is doing well." I said, "Which platform? Who's distributing you?" She mentioned the name. I said, "Can you show me?" He says, "I don't really have the logins, but last time I had like $5,000. I said, "Okay, but who has the logins?" Then I could tell a person is not like, what are you talking about? I said, "But how do you withdraw the money? I mean, $5,000 it's a good money."
Yeah, that's...
And the person said, "I'm just going to have to go and do my homework." Then I was like, wow. There are people, somebody told me, "Oh, my music is doing well on iTunes." I just don't know who put it there.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I see it's on charts.
So people are talking about it, and
So people they're actually selling your stuff, distributing your stuff, and then they're owning your stuff. Probably they put it on radio as their own work, probably even their own composition. You're just happy that I'm on Cozy, I'm on Metro, I'm getting gigs. But actually, there's more money that's been made every day.
There's more.
But there's a discussion for another day.
we'll talk about that one. So where's the future leading when it comes to music? Are we going to hear a lot of your music coming up?
A lot of singles.
Lot of singles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're going to do a lot of singles. What people don't really know, I'm a person who loves prayer. I love worship. So most of the stuff that I've been contemplating of doing is to just record some of our Holy Ghost service, which is more like just prayer and worship. So we'll get a lot of stuff. I've been writing. There's a lot of songs.
Yeah.
So it's not, when you don't see me, it's not like I've stopped.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs that are being written. It's just that the timing of releasing them. Because when you've got a song, you must be available to actually promote it.
Yes.
And also, you must be available for the invites. Because when we like your song, we'll say, come.
Yes.
So you can't say, I'm not available. So, I've not done most podcasts, but now I've made intentional decision to say, you're going to start seeing me in different podcasts. So I'll be open.
Yeah.
Why? Because there is 10 years later, the church is stable.
Yeah.
There's pastors who can run it very well. The school, Bible college, is doing very well in terms of it's stable, in terms of the vision. So it's time to also balance the music career side. And that you need your podcast, you need to be out there, and then you need to record. But definitely a lot of singers. I think next year I'm hoping to do 2 or 3 singers. But this year, one is coming out soon, or the date will come soon, and then the other one will come before end of the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it should be good as Moyo Ngcwele or Bantu Bakithi. It better.
Well, if you haven't listened to any of his music, just go type in
David D. Yeah.
And just enjoy yourself.
YouTube, everywhere.
Worship. Wow, man. I'm thank you for saying yes to us.
All right.
We don't get a lot of yeses. No, I'm joking. but we don't take light that you took time out of your busy schedule.
No, for you,
to
man.
come and chill with little old me.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. We'll have coffee next time.
Yeah.
So hope your studio allows to have coffee. Last time we had coffee. There was no cameras. We
So
went deep. So
maybe we should put cameras must roll when we have our
coffee
next
session. Yeah.
session.
Then we can speak freely. Now we are respectful. We're not giving all the details.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me. Really, you are doing well. This is a great platform. Yeah.
David D, ladies and gentlemen. Po, 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 po.
I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. Oh, Isomlandela lapho eya khona. No turning back. No turning back. Ngizomlandela lapho eya khona. No turning back, no turning back. Yes, no turning back. I've decided, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. I have made up my mind. I made up my mind to follow Jesus.